I'm not exactly thrilled about the Magnus brothers tagging along, but we'll still have to make sure we're well prepared for the journey ahead. That's right, Gallica. Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we figured out that, unfortunately, despite us having access to the curse formula, we realized that in order to break the Princess Curse, we're just going to have to kill Luis. And so, new plans have to be made. And also, speaking of Luis, he has sent us out to Verga Island to recover a relic known as Draco Dios as part of the tournament for the throne. Unfortunately, the Mustari tribe and their people are going to be ransacked and looted for all of their precious items. Hopefully, we can find some way to prevent that despite us actively going and searching for one of their items. Anyways, we're going to be doing a little bit of what Gallica just said, preparation. Since we have a new party member in the form of Juna, I want to go ahead and talk about her and her archetype's interesting, unique quirks. And to do that, we're going to need to go to Academia. So, I'll see you right over there. I just realized I never actually talked to Moore while in Brylehaven proper, so I don't actually have the fast travel point for him, so might as well do that now. Better late than never. It seems you have another new ally. And this time, quite the unexpected character at that. Your ally's awakening has revealed a new archetype called the Masked Dancer. It holds a power both unique and interesting. I prepared a new special experiment to enhance its potential to its highest level. Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. If you'd like to listen, by all means. I sense the presence of a new archetype. Yeah, we just talked about it more. Anyways, let's see what he has for us. The special experiments menu has been unlocked in Academia. Use special experiments to create items that certain archetypes utilize during battle. You can gather the materials necessary for special experiments from enemies in battle. There's also some other ways, but we haven't gotten to that yet. Special experiments. So you know those masks that we've been getting from enemy drops throughout the game? Well, they're useful for Masked Dancer, as they need these certain masks in order to utilize abilities from other archetype lineages, as that is the Masked Dancer's specialty. Essentially, they are the jack of all trades, being able to switch not only their main skills, but also their affinities at a whim as long as you have certain masks. And of course, to obtain masks, you need the required materials for each one. Now, whenever we get to this point in time, I'm not going to be focusing on getting every single mask. However, I do have a few masks in particular that I do prefer over others, and so I will be grabbing those as a priority and be discussing them more often than the others. At this point in time, there's only really one mask that I'm interested in getting, and that is the Magic Seeker's Mask. Equipped to use Adept Seeker skills, adds a resistance to wind and a weakness to fire. Masked Dancer only. You also get access to some skills, just it doesn't tell you that. But, well, again, because we're grabbing this mask, I'll be talking about it. So something interesting about the Masked Dancer's masks, they are accessory pieces, meaning that you have to take up an accessory slot in order to equip them. This is something that a lot of people don't really like about this archetype, is that it requires you to use your accessory slot in order to equip this mask. However, I think this is fine. I don't think there needs to be an extra slot. The amount of benefits you can get from a mask for this archetype lineage is pretty strong. So for example, if we equip the Magic Seeker's Mask and then go to our archetypes on Juna, we now have access to Cyclone, Daima, and Vitalja from the Magic Seeker lineage. So why even use Magic Seeker, why even use masks at all? Because, I mean, the Masked Dancer's skills are okay. They're more fire focused and they've got decent synthesis skills, so why even use the masks at all? Well, for one, you can alter your affinities. Right now, the Masked Dancer is currently the same affinities as a Magic Seeker. So if you really need that wind resistance, you'll be perfectly fine. But also, regarding synthesis skills, there are certain other archetypes that require a Masked Dancer rather than a Magic Seeker. So if you want access to the Magic Seeker's skills without needing to inherit them, while still being able to provide a spot for synthesis skills for other archetypes in your party, the Masked Dancer can essentially fit both of those roles at the same time. You can get the skills that you want, while allowing for other archetypes to use their synthesis skills. That's essentially what Masked Dancer allows them to do. They are the ultimate jack of all trades that can switch around and can help people in any real party combination. The only downside is, of course, you have to use the accessory slot. But again, I personally don't see that as a con at all. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and swap off Stroll and bring in Hulkenberg. I was thinking about this in between recordings, and I think Stroll needs to take a little bit of a break. He's been carrying our party for quite a while. I think we need to hold off a little bit. Unfortunately, Heisman needs to stay in our team because he doesn't have access to that EXP bump from his bonds, so we're going to be keeping him in the squad for right now. And obviously Juna she's the new blood, so of course we're going to keep her around. Speaking of Juna being the new blood, it also means that she hasn't unlocked any other archetype in the game. Now, personally speaking, if we look at what she will need for her later archetypes, it shows that she needs Faker. So I would say, bare minimum, we should at least unlock Faker. But I also want to go ahead and unlock Mage on her, as Juna is our first non-main character party member who is more magically oriented. So we are going to be unlocking both the Faker and the Mage on her.
I see. Fascinating.
Let's go.
The Mage, wielding an arsenal of magic, sounds like a lovely time. Singing is magic too, you know. Ha! Well, if it isn't the Faker, weakening enemies, that's my favorite trick. I'll have you in the palm of my hand. Now, obviously, as we will be out on the ocean, if you want to do any preparation, now would be the time, as it will take us a little bit to get to Verga Island. So, I think I'm gonna go and purchase a few things. I don't think we'll need that. However, since Juna is in our squad now, we do need to equip her, as she's definitely falling behind a little bit on gear, as you can see here. So, we're going to be keeping her on the Masked Dancer, because obviously that's her thing, and I want to show it off. We'll give her the sailcloth cape. Red Gillies is what she came with, or Gillies. I think it's Gillies, not Gillies. I think what we'll do here, though, is we'll give her something that will let her just do a little bit more damage. I guess I could actually... Maybe the Fortune's Grasp is not a bad idea on her, since she needs to play catch-up. Yeah, you know what? The luck plus 10 isn't really going to help very much. Actually, I mean, in that case... Nah, let's not do that. Let's put this on... Let's put her... We'll go ahead and put on the Matador shoes, I think. Agility plus 3 will be decent, and she'll get evasion with Pierce, and that's okay. Even if she's not resistant or weak to it or anything. And then, yeah, we'll keep with the Copper Fan, and we'll keep her on Masked Dancer. Ooh, a little bit of a voice crack right there. 190 attack power isn't anything to write home about, but it'll be fine, probably. Okay, with all of those preparations made, my only other real piece of advice is to make sure you have enough ingredients to cook things on your way to Verga Island, as, of course, we're going to be on the road for a little bit, and we're going to want to cook some things. Either way, let's talk to Daenerys and see if we can't head out.
Ready to depart.
Oh, time to weigh anchor already! You're not forgetting anything, are you? God, I hope not. I just got hold of a chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Verga Island. Now then, let's set sail for new lands.
Verga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Alright, Verga Island, the main island of the Malnova archipelago. Almost wholly Mastari inhabited. The isle has only minimal contact with the mainland. Sounds interesting. We've actually seen a lot about Verga Island being foreshadowed to us throughout the game, as we saw Luis's map had a big X mark on it, meaning that he already had some interest in this area, and we've talked to a lot of Mastari about Verga Island and the archipelago in general. So, a lot of what we've been doing has been leading up to this very moment. Anyways, off we go. Seems like an odd route to get to Verga Island. You can't just go straight. This region's currents are a right pain, my girl. We must go around and across them lest they carry us off course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea, huh? I hope Stroll can handle it. Yeah, me too. With Juna and her 2 thorns in her side, tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward. Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these waves to Verga Island, gently as can be.
It is actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Verga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the Church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah. Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner, too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Verga Island's infamous people. Treacherous! Even the crown theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Verga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
Nurse speaking! Come in! Nurse's voice echoes out in the Gauntlet Runner phone. Ismay's got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard, though, so be careful. Ah. Well, let's see. Heismay sometimes leaves fishing gear on deck, which you can use to fish. Any fish you catch can be used as ingredients when cooking. Very, very important to begin fishing here. 3 days until we arrive in Verga Island, I think. Having June and those brothers around certainly has made the Gauntlet Runner livelier. Yeah, you can say that. Hey, Stroll, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I thought I'd finally gotten used to the Gauntlet Runner's motion. But the waves are a whole new beast. I'd rather not look pathetic in front of those two brothers, but I'm afraid there's no helping it now. Hey, man. If it happens, it happens. That's how it is. Hey, Fidelio. Definitely not giving me the evil stare, are you?
Seriously.
I was wondering what sort of rubbish excuse of a ship I'd find, but got to admit, the insides are impressive. Compared to the rest of it, at least. Sure, I'll take that as a compliment. Where's Basilio, I wonder? Actually, hang on, first things first, we gotta check our pantry. What did Nurse stock it with today?
What's this?
Mellow milk and fragrance spice. I will take it. Out here on the front deck, we finally don't have to worry about motion sickness. We can just see the open ocean. I mean, yeah, it's literally just a giant white ocean, but come on, isn't this cool? Elementa. This is just so cool. I love just the feeling of travel. Metaphors captured it so well. Hi, Basilio.
Speaking of.
Some runner you've got your man's put together. Full of weird things that I've never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the runner too, does he? Yes, he does. A lot of time on this runner. Hi, Juna. Sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish and feel your hair. Quite ready to make landfall, actually. I mean, it's fine. Yes, there's a bunch of salt in your hair and it can get a little grimy and icky, but come on, where's your sense of adventure? Anyways, hello there, Heisman. You've been moving at such speed, it looks like I can still catch fish. No idea how that works. Magic! Perhaps they're drawn by the runner's maglet crystals, or perhaps they're just curious. Either way, I certainly won't want for entertainment on our way to the island. Sounds interesting. I might have to take you up on this. Now, before I use any of my actions, I do actually want to go over here and cook something. Oh, by the way, we got new recipes. Sweeter Than Poison, Cursed Love Ballad, Secretest of Secrets. Ooh. I actually want to cook more coney stew. I'll just cook maybe one of them.
Let's check.
I've been having issues with ailments, and I'd rather not spend more money on... Gallica, why are you in the wall? I'd rather not spend more money on just single ailments. I'd just take the coney stew, and it'll cleanse all my ailments in one go. We'll just go ahead and use that. Okay, since we have access to the fishing segment now, I actually do want to talk about that and try it out. So occasionally we have been getting certain fishing baits. If we check our items, you can see right here we have tail bait, a small animal tail said to extract the legendary Lord of the Lake. This is a piece of bait you can use for fishing, as you can see on the icon there. Tail bait is the most rare piece of bait in the game, and it is incredibly valuable for getting certain items. If you want the best items you can get from fishing, be sure to use tail bait. I will admit right now, there is a little bit of RNG to the items you can get from this. And if you want the most optimal route, it's best to save your game until you can get the best possible option. However, despite this being a full walkthrough, I will not be safe scumming this. There's plenty of time in order to get the items that you need, and it's not the end of the world if I can't get certain things by certain date. There's plenty of time to do things in certain orders, so if I don't get it on the first try, it's not the end of the world. If you want to save scum, by all means, do your thing. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do some fishing. Isn't this Heisme's fishing gear? I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. If we can catch some fish, we can use them to cook. Want to fish for a bit? Let's fish. Okay, I'll go get Heisme.
The truth is...
Indeed, I thought I'd do some fishing, but I don't have any good baits. You have anything that might work? How about tail baits?
Then...
Oh my, tail bait. Those fish won't know what hit them. Let's cast. Maybe it's all this staring at the water surface, but it's starting to feel a bit queasy. So I'll go ahead and let you know this. There are 3 different types of dialogue you can get using the tailbait. And if you want the best possible choice and outcome, there is a certain answer that you need to be using here. I will always be picking the correct answer for this segment here. So if Will says he's feeling a bit queasy, then all you need to do, think like a fish. Suppose I'll give it a try.
The fight is on.
Oh, a bite! And it's a strong one! But I'm stronger! Oh, look at that! Well, I never! We've outdone ourselves, lad! Lord of the Lake and Queen's Honey Jar. Contained 1 Lord of the Lake and 2 Queen's Honey Jar.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught.
Then...
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day. That's unfortunate. I actually do really like fishing.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Welcome to the Shoal Camp. Not too different from, well, the open ocean, but there's a few things to see and do here. We're being watched, so be careful with what you say. I mean, it's fine. What are they gonna do? Report back to Lord Luis? There's 2 of them and what, 5 of us? I mean, we have Nurse on our team. We'll be just fine. Anyways, let's talk to them. I admit, I was half thinking this dinky little gauntlet runner was going to sink any second. But it did a decent job running today. Out of all of the candidate runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I have set 1 foot on it without Lady Juna being here. I mean, thanks for your honesty, at least.
Got it.
If you think I'm gonna take my eyes off you just cause it's past sundown, think again. If you want to try something, go ahead. See what happens. Count Luis won't be asking me to justify it myself. We clear? We're clear. We're clear.
Quite.
I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we'd see on land, but you never know. I'd best keep the emergency lights on just in case. Though, let's be honest, no run-of-the-mill monster could possibly capsize my Sea Runner. My voice for nerds is slowly changing. I don't know what's happened. I guess this is what I get for not recording all 100 plus videos for Metaphor in a single session. Well, we haven't actually talked with Juna yet, so let's go ahead and see what she has to say. Oh, if it isn't Will. I'm so bored, and I'm not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to. By recalling the past and planning for the future with Juna, maybe I can hone my imagination. I'll spend some time with Juna. So now we have to find this Mistari tribe's divine relic. Isn't that fabulous? Calling this an absurd demand would be an understatement. But I must admit, if we can't handle this, then Luis will never acknowledge us. We absolutely must succeed.
Alright.
Let's get out there and do some relic hunting. Aren't you the happy warrior? So enthusiastic in the face of long odds. I'm glad we're on the same page there. I'm just happy to have this opportunity to fight alongside you. Living under Luis's foot was a lonely place to be, you know? I've held my ground thus far, though if I'm honest, I was scared the whole time. I had to talk myself into keeping a stiff upper lip, so to say. But being past that, I feel more hope than I ever have. I'm not alone anymore, and I have faith that we'll save the prince. Felt my imagination increases Juna and I talked about things to come.
Alright.
Trust me, it's going to be a very interesting journey. We're only about halfway through this game, and believe you me, we still have so many crazy things to see. Staying up late is terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a bit longer? Ugh, this mugginess is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
I know exactly what you mean. The salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? Oh, I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that, in fact. But I tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. Yeah, honestly, I would not want Juna's hair here. At my longest hair, I've had like near shoulder length, and even that was too much to manage. I don't know how people do it. They say the island is barbaric. I wonder what it'll really be like. Anyways, oh, hi Juna, just chilling right there. I found these cramped sleeping arrangements amusing at first, but the novelty wears off fast. I keep hearing things at night too, and I don't know what it is. You get used to it, trust me. We've been with the Gauntlet Runner for nearly 2 months now. You just get used to it. Anyways, right. Weekly poop time. Alright, by ridding myself of unwanted waste, I've gained something new. Luck +1. Of course, be sure to check your pantry. Can't forget that. What did we get this time? Orgo sugar and briny salts. Okay, so I'm going to be doing something a little different here. 1, I'm not going to be doing any cooking. And 2, I wanted to go ahead and talk about how you can get some tailbait. Oh, very quick close-up there of Will. There is a way to get tailbait on the Gauntlet Runner without needing to worry about buying it or finding it in a rare chest or anything or doing quests. In fact, all you need to do is go and interact with the upright cleaning tool. This will spend some time here and you'll clean the Gauntlet Runner. Now, as a benefit for doing this, you will get a maximum HP increase by a certain amount for Will. Specifically Will, not anyone else. And there is a chance that you can get a tailbait from doing this. This is another situation where you would need to save scum in order to guarantee that you get this. Again, I will not be save scumming this, however, I will be doing this action. If I get the tailbait, I get the tailbait. If I don't, oh well. So, let's go ahead and just do it.
Come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nurse modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. We call it a vacuum cleaner. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over sure strengthen your legs, right? If I clean the Gauntlet Runner, my max HP will increase. Okay, what do you want to clean today? I want to go ahead and clean the storage room. Got it. Then let's do this. Alright, not looking too bad. All the magma crystals are gone. There's dust everywhere. Feels like we're breathing in a cloud breathing in a cloud instead of air. Oh, this is before it's been cleaned. I was like, oh, the magma crystals are kind of passive. Oh, no, now they're showing up. Well, might as well clean it up. There we go, Will. I actually do enjoy the pastime of cleaning. It's pretty fun. Put on some music or like a documentary or something, and it just kind of, it's very cathartic. There's still dust piled up in the corners. I guess the magic igniter didn't produce enough suction. I'll just clean the other side of the shelves and all the other nooks and crannies by hand.
Okay?
Yeah, that's the spirit. Now we just have to throw away the trash inside the igniter. And then... Alright, not looking too bad. Hey, look what I found. We can still use this, don't you think? Oh, hey, 2 tailbait? Ooh, okay. Not what I was expecting, but I'll take it. Trust me, I am not editing this. There may have been a cut right there, but it was just because I was paranoid about gear setups. Trust me, I have not been safe scumming this. It was tough, but having everything clean and sparkly feels so nice. You worked up a good sweat too, right? I did. I feel like my max HP has been increased by 5. That's not bad. I mean, 5 HP, you might be like, ah, that's not that much. Trust me, 5 HP can mean a lot.
Come look at...
Ahoy! You lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The Gauntlet Runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
The towering seawall. Oh my god, it's so amazing.
Incredible!
Wow, the sea's split in two and we're standing on the seafloor! This is what magma anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere of Brylehaven, but by Jove. This is what magma anomalies are capable of! It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Brylehaven, but by Jove, this is on a whole nother level entirely!
Boy.
Dell, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it?
That...
Do you know how to swim, Basilio? Listen, mate, you best keep your nose out of places where it doesn't belong. Look, the fish swimming in the wall of water! I've never seen such shiny fish.
Huh?
Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
Enough.
You're not thinking of spears fishing through the seawall, are you? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat those weird-looking fish without thinking of second thought. Yeah, this is the she-beast Hulkenberg we're talking about. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weaklings that they are, they travel together in a group. Who does that remind you of? Must you sling bobs at every opportunity? It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses. Huh? I say, those shining scales would work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect.
That is well.
As you wish. I shall catch enough that we should all dine well. I would rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
I see. If that is the consensus, then let us head back. I feel not the least bit of regret. I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. This seawall might even collapse in the rain, and I'd rather not stay to find out. Catching sight of this unexpected view has broadened my wisdom, and is more than enough. I don't need a fish to commemorate this occasion. This is more than enough. And with that, we've reached erudite in our wisdom.
Wisdom. Why?
An And here you go, lad. A drawing of the seawall. I made sure that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows. Towering seawall drawing. We'll make sure Maria gets this, no problem.